Hello and welcome back to Property Investing with Tom Mills. We are now in the second episode of the Start and Scale series, which is how. Now that you have your why, how are we going to achieve this? How are we going to put a plan, a strategy in place? Firstly, we need to understand what property investing strategies are available to us, and then we can work out which one of those best suits our why. Now, if you research on the internet or other YouTube videos, you'll find that there are lots of different ways that you can so-called invest in property. A lot of these make claims that you can become financially free, leave your job in a very short space of time, 90 days, 6 months. However, personally, I don't feel like these are actually ways of property investing. Even though they are property industry related, it usually boils down to finding you another job, which is all well and good if you want to do that, but we're going to be looking at investing rather than changing your career. With that in mind, and with the idea of long-term property investing, there are two real ways that we can do this. These two ways are either buying to hold and then let out, or buying to sell for profit. Buying to sell for profit is great, and it is something that we also help our clients with. However, you do have to keep doing this time and time again, whereas buying to hold and let out, you only have to do it a certain amount of times, and then you can stop effectively. Once you've reached your goal, you can pause it and put it there, or continue if you want to. So it does give you a little bit more freedom, and that's why we're going to hone in and focus on that for this series. So let's go back to our why so that we can relate it to our how. A lot of people are going to be doing this to achieve a pension. That's usually the main one. And by a pension, I don't mean a pot of money for when you're over 55. I mean something that you could access at any age, because it doesn't have restrictions on it like a usual pension. It's completely in your hands when you want to draw these funds down, and that gives you the freedom again. So say that you've now reached your goal and you can achieve your why, then you could stop. And you could use that money to be financially free, or just improve your financial security. So you do have the option of quitting your job, or just feeling more secure that you can do more things, or go off and do that charitable thing you've always wanted to do. Who knows? Let's use a pension or financial freedom as the why for this series. If this is your why, you need to work out how much you need to achieve your pension, your financial freedom. For most people, I would say typically this is around £2,000, £3,000 per month, but that can range a lot. I mean, £1,000 can be enough for some people, whereas others might need 10,000. So it will be very dependent on you. Let's base it on 2,000 for this, and we can use that to work it out. So if to achieve my why, I need £2,000 per month, and my how is going to be buy to let, now I need to work out how buy to let is going to get us to our £2,000. So let's say that a typical buy to let property would net you £250 per month. That would mean that we would need 8 of those to achieve our £2,000. Can you see it's starting to become clear now? And this is why we really work this out at the start. We know why we're doing this. We know how we're going to do it. We're now formulating a plan. Again, get it down on paper, put it up, put it next to your why. It makes it very clear and easy for you to stay on track and keep on the right line. So next we need to understand the working parts of this. So on my next 3 videos, I'm going to cover exactly those. The next one's going to cover funding. We're then going to cover finding the deals, finding the properties. And then lastly, but certainly not least, how we take this action. If you're enjoying this content, please subscribe up here, and I'll see you on the next episode for funding my property deals.